Well, here we go then. Welcome to Goal Versus. This time it's New York City. Chris in town here at the Etihad Stadium. And next to me as always, Richard Buckley.
Yeah, another big test for GrayzaGoal. Let's see how he can cope against a North Atlantic, a Pacific challenge, you could say. Both players matching each other up as well, so there's been no advantage or disadvantage in terms of formation. And it's going to be Chris getting us underway, kicking from left to right in that City kit.
This is straight up best of one game here. Early chance now for Chris. Tries to the shoulder of Varnine Ronaldo there. That one's just going to be intercepted. A chance just to breathe early on. Does it add a little factor in there? Of course, that these two would have never met before. Obviously, he's coming against an America's play style. You look over the last 12 months. The eMLS Cup. Obviously, one of those players. Obviously, New York City Chris needs to get to all the big finals, but just misses out that extra step of going the full way and picking up that silverware. Yeah,
he's always the bridesmaid, but never the bride. He's New York City Chris. He's there, but thereabouts, you could say. A big performance that he did put in Barcelona was against Timo. Timo from Wolfsburg, one of the best players on the PS4, said the way that he played the game, it was almost, I actually couldn't do anything. I was playing my own game and Chris, he just swarmed me. I just couldn't get anything going in the final third. I think the final score, maybe like 9-2, 9-3. And I think Timo in the end did actually rage quit against Chris. So big sign of approval. Did not lose one single match during that tournament.
And here he comes now. See that icon R9 Ronaldo in full use for these guys here. Some unbelievable stacked teams we're always seeing now. Ronaldo now, can he whip it across to the back post? Anyone lurking there for it? Off the post. Anyone lurking? No. Just about cleared away, but an early sign of danger for GrayzaGoal. In this best of one game, New York City Chris on the attack. Kevin De Bruyne. And anyone there lurking though? He's going to clear it away there. Kevin De Bruyne, obviously.
What a player. What a season he's had as well at Manchester City.
Still 0-0 here. It must be the formations just cancelling each other out. Obviously both playing a 4-2-3-1 there. Then there's two CDMs, the anchors you could say in front of that back four. And also you can see the two ways there. Obviously another player, part of that City group, Dito, he likes to match up his opponent, he likes to try and get in his head, plays the possession style of players. We know the German who's been around in this FIFA scene for a long time. Over on the other hand of it, New York City Chris, that may be the way he likes playing in that 4-2-3-1 over in America. We see a number of formations, a handful of them. As his free kick comes in from GrayzaGoal. Back post again, as you said, Rich, he's maybe trying to implement that method a few too many times.
That seems to be the thing that he keeps on going back to. He's had a little bit of success with it in the first half, but one of these does have to make an impact. Still
trying to just get their foot into the game, especially Chris, as you said. No shots at half-time from the man representing the club from New York.
I'm expecting to build into the second half a little bit, maybe.
Take a risk, change your formation, bring on some fresh legs if you can. Here he comes. No, nearly!
Only needs one opportunity.
De Bruyne, we know the long shots this man does contain.
A lot of people say he's got the best weak foot in the game. He's 5 stars, but
he's kind of open right now. GrayzaGoal needs to defend. He does exceptional for the first time, and the second time, surely a goal! And New York City Chris, maybe on his second attempt at goal. He waited, he was patient for it. Let's see how 7 scores it.
We said they were going to build into the game, and that's exactly what he's done.
Just to provide the energy to get that ball moving a little bit quicker now, but just over 10 in-game minutes here. See live from the Etihad Stadium. Will New York City Chris be able to see out this 1-0 lead? I haven't really seen too much from both of these players. Here we go. This is an equaliser. Surely cuts back inside. Very well played indeed. Could have shot on the first time. Cut back in on the second. And who else would it be, Richard, but Cristiano Ronaldo striking again?
One word to describe that goal: composure. In that sort of area, high tense games, put your foot on it to remain calm and then slot it past him.
And 90 in-game minutes hasn't separated these two, so extra time is needed, Richard. And maybe even, as people dread them, the penalty shootout. New York City, Chris, went 1-0 up in that second half, conceded not long after, will look to go 2-1 up. Here he does! In style as well, Maradona. Not all always everyone's bit. You know, there's always question marks over him. He's not that strong. Yes, he can run. Yes, he's fast. New York City, Chris, I think that was either Sergio Ramos in there. Seems to be in everyone's teams these days, and just rushing it. Both players seem to be a little bit panicky right now.
Yeah, nerves maybe creeping in extra time here. Although there's not a lot of opportunities left for either of these two sides.
There we go. This could be game over right now. Kaká! You said about a man that obviously was lucky enough to be gifted an end of an era SBC for item. He's got the stats on him like he was playing back in the day. New York City, Chris leads. A lovely through ball. Maybe some late heartbreak here. GrayzaGoal, referee, penalty. This goes in plus added time. It would be a hell of a comeback, Richard, but you never know. Find it now. GrayzaGoal steps up, goes the right way, scores a goal. If he can get the ball now, press it, and if one mistake from New York City, Chris, maybe, Richard, there could be a hell of a comeback right now. But Chris has had that experience.
Safe possession.
He's been to a number of big events where they've seen out wins like this. In the group stages, in quarter-final games, in semi-final games, you know, throughout all his tournament, all his experience now. And there goes the full-time whistle. And in goal versus New York City, Chris, it will be New York City, Chris, that does have the last laugh here. A 3-2 score after extra time. It had to go to extra time originally, Richard, but in the end, what performance?
Yeah, great performance from both of these two players. So you can see some of the highlights from the game. That back post cross was so effective for Grayza throughout the game, but just couldn't capitalise on any of those crosses.
Didn't work for him at all, and you know, we'll be going back to the drawing board. But you know, this is what it's about, Richard. These games here, it's to practice at the end of the day. You can try out different formations, you can try out different players in your teams, and that's what, you know, this series is all about.
Yeah, it's all about improving and seeing how you can compete against some of the elite FIFA players from around the world.
Oh, and that's this episode of Goal versus, and of course New York City were in town. New York City, Chris, does take the last laugh here. And for myself, Brandon Smith, and Richard Buckley, we'll catch you in the next episode.